Hey, what's good everybody? It's your boy Instinct, aka the Human Sunscreen Bottle. Today we're going to be making a beat from scratch with my new Perspective drum kit. Totally free, link is in the description, go cop that. I'm also going to be playing some guitar. I have a chord progression in mind, super simple. It's just A minor to F. I also have this guitar rig preset pulled up. It's called Jazz Amp Mono to Stereo. So I'm just going to go into Edison, start recording, see if I can find a picking pattern or a strumming pattern I like, and go from there. Okay, I think I got something good in there. I'm gonna drag it into the playlist, just listen through all these, see if I got a take I can use or two that I can splice together or something. Okay, so I found a couple takes I liked, spliced them together, added some compression, a little bit of reverb, and it sounds like this. Just loop that twice, super simple. Now I'm gonna come back in here, find another guitar rig preset, and see if I can play a lead line I like. I'm not the best lead guitarist, but we will give it a shot. Something like that. I think I can splice together something from this. Gonna do that same thing, pull it to the playlist, and then just listen through these, see if I got a good one. Cool, so I pieced together a couple takes just like in this one. It sounds like this. Alright, so I was listening to that some more, and I decided to actually pitch both the guitars down by 300 cents, just so it's in F sharp minor instead of A minor. Just sounded better to me. It sounds like this. I think the lead especially sounds better like that. Now I actually want to add another melodic element. So I'm going to open Contact and I'm going to go to this Ethno World 6 bank. Shout out Four Nights for putting me onto this. It's a super cool bank. And I think I'm going to use the Aru. Sounds like this. Super airy and like lots of high-end, kind of dry. I am gonna mess with these settings a bit, probably up the release, and then maybe add some external reverb, some other effects. But for now, I'm just gonna click around in the playlist, see if I can find something I like. Do the same thing as last time with the scale highlighting. Make sure we're in F sharp minors so that I know any note I pick that's highlighted in white is gonna be in key. Alright, here's the pattern I came up with. Super simple, also just fills up some of that space left by the guitar. I already have it thrown into this mixer. Now I'm going to add a few effects. I'm going to start with an EQ just to make sure there's no bass frequencies in this. Okay, then I want to add a chorus, just see what that sounds like. Not bad, I just want to turn it down a bit to about less than half. Sounds pretty fire, just adds a little age to it, kinda. Next up I'm going to add a reverb. Not too much, just add some space to it. Then I also want to add this delay, it's called Comeback Kid. Going to pan it a bit, and we're going to turn up this souse knob. I love the souse knob. Turn down the wet, so it sounds like this. I also want to add a little pan man, so it goes from ear to ear. Smooth it out, bring the width down. Cool, sounds good to me. I actually do want to add one more melodic element from Contact, so I'm going to clone Contact, send it to a new mixer channel so that I can mess with it by itself. And then I think I want like a woodwind instrument, kind of like a flute. So I'm just going to go into the woodwind, click around for a preset, sounds good with this. Okay, I found one I like. It's called the Irish Traverse Flute, sounds like this. Sounds like this. Okay, then I want to add one more melodic element from Contact, so I'm going to clone Contact, send it to a new mixer channel so that I can mess with it by itself. And then I think I want like a woodwind instrument, kind of like a flute. So I'm just going to go into the woodwind, click around for a preset, sounds good with this. Okay, I found one I like. It's called the Irish Traverse Flute, sounds like this. I really like the natural vibrato this sample has, so I'm just going to do that same thing, click around in the playlist, following the white highlighted keys. Okay, here's the pattern I came up with for the flute. Super simple, just add some ambience. Now I also want to add some effects to this one. Probably going to start with the EQ, just like before, make sure there's no bass in there. Then I want to add a flanger, just see what it sounds like. A little too much. I do like the effect though, so we're going to drop it down like I did the chorus before. Cool. Not bad. I also think that micro shift could sound good here. It's a cool plugin by Sound Toys. It just like spreads the sound, but it stays super full, and it also adds kind of a chorus effect. Gonna throw another comeback kid just for a super simple delay. Finally, some more reverb, add some space. Cool, so those two together with the guitar sound like this. I like how those are sounding. I'm gonna mute those, and I think I'm gonna search splice, see if I can find a couple vocal loops I like. Alright, I found a couple I like. First one's from this Trap Soul and Future Hip Hop bank. It's called Skyvox Loop. And then the second one's from this Fabian Mazur, probably butchered that. Chill Vibes Volume 2. It is called Vibey Stab. Cool, so I'm gonna stretch these both to 8 bars, put them on E3 generic. And this one's actually already in F sharp minor, so I don't need to do anything to that. But this Vibey Stab is in C sharp minor, so I need to drop it 700 cents so that the key matches. Okay, and I actually want to move that over a bit, I think would sound good. That's fire. Let's see how this one sounds by itself. Okay, so that note right there sounds a little off to me. Let's cut it out of the original sample, make it unique, and then it just sounds a little sharp, so we'll try pitching it down 1, maybe 2. Okay, that sounds good. Now I'm going to copy it over because those were both the same. So I just threw both these into the mixer. Now I'm going to add some effects to them. I'm going to start with bandpass would be good. Then I think I'm going to throw a stereo shaper, do that shrinked preset, sends it to the middle without making it mono, which is a pretty cool effect. Add that same delay from before. Then maybe a phaser. And then one more EQ just because I want to add some more high end back into it. And maybe drop this peak a little bit. Alright, I call that one good. Move on to the second one. Gonna do the same thing first on this one, just a little bandpass. Then I'm gonna use another stereo shaper, but for this one, I'm gonna use the Stereoize preset. So this one just spreads it really far out in the mix. Then the same thing as the first one, just add in some more high frequencies. Drop the lows. Here's what these sound like with the guitar together. Alright, so now for the fun part, I'm gonna add some drums. Go into my perspective drum kit, like I said, just dropped free in the description. I want to start with a clap for this one. I like this sanity clap a lot. I'm just gonna copy this through the whole pattern, turn the velocities up, and turn it down in the mixer because I know it's gonna be really loud. Okay, I also want to layer that clap with either a rim or a snare, I think. I like this balance rim, so we're just going to copy that pattern over and then also trim it and shift it. From there I want to add a hi-hat. And I think on this beat I might use two hi-hats. One that's just like a really simple two-step, and then the second one will have the rolls and all that good stuff. See how that goes. I might just use one hi-hat, I'm not sure yet. Like this pattern, copy it over, sounds like this. Not too fancy, super simple, but it does do what I was talking about in the last video, which is lots of pitch variation and lots of velocity variation as well. Now I'm going to add an 808. Okay, then I want to make this 808 pattern pretty simple. I'm just going to follow the root notes of the guitar chords. Okay, so here's the pattern I came up with. Super simple. First half just follows the bass notes, and then the second half adds some higher octave jumps, and then this one little short note. So it sounds like this. Now I want to add a kick on top of that 808. And I think for the most part, I'm just going to follow the pattern of the 808. I might add a couple extras, but I don't want to get too fancy on this one. Like I said, just follows the 808 pattern with a couple extra notes like this one. Right, now that I have the 808 and the kick down, I'm going to go into the rim again. And I'm just going to add a couple of bounce notes. Then next I want to add, I think, a couple of open hats. Going to do that same thing where we trim it, turn off loop points, and shift it quite a bit. And then I'm also going to make the envelope a box so that it'll stop when I want it to. Cool, now that I have all that, I'm going to turn off the kick in the 808 and I'm going to find a sub bass I like. Okay, and then I'm just going to follow the 808 line for the most part. Oh, it actually sounded cool when it stopped there. Hold on. That was by accident, but it sounds pretty dope, so I'm going to keep it.
That's what she said.
Ooh, okay. Then in the second half, I'm going to switch it up a bit. Do an octave slide like I like to do. Alright, so I think that's actually all I wanted to do for this video. I wanted to keep it super simple and spacey. I think I did that. I might add a couple of like perk loops, nothing super interesting or fancy. Gonna mix it, arrange it, and then the finished beat will play right after this. I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. If you watch the videos early, it gives me a lot of good data that I can use. See what you guys want to see what you don't want to see, stuff like that. So it helps me out a lot. Comment your suggestions. Make sure you grab that perspective drum kit, totally free. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.